Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we've finally gotten done, examining the body. And it's past midnight. You got anything to say about all this stuff that's happened, Kuno?
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me.
How about first you tell me why you're out of frame? What is with the fucking camera angles in this game? Whatever.
Kuno dies. You gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Yeah, you get right on that, will ya, Kuno?
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette.
Huh.
As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning.
Rookie mistake. That's. They ask you that so that they keep your hands busy, so they can go in for
The man shoots him point blank in his chest.
that.
Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant.
Oh, they finally started distributing armor to officers? Nice.
Bleed, pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emile cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
You know what's a good line of work for getting shot?
Pigs?
He nods. There's a silence. It carries. Am I trying to work? Okay then, I'm trying to plant the seeds of recruiting Kuno and his... Okay then, I guess I'm trying to recruit Kuno to the force now. Sure, why not? Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Makes as much sense as anything. You got anything to say?
Yes?
No. Okay, then let's go try and find that representative that was mentioned, and then go to bed. Ooh, some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza? Sure. Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Probably a tad more likely. Point operating viewer has been banged up, inoperable. Who the fuck is banging the viewers? Oh, let's see. 2 Roundabout North. 2 Capeside Apartments, Martinet, Pierre. Pierre, because my bladder's empty. That reads broken windows. Window? Tibbs has windows. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Very nice. Ladder of bullet holes lines the wall. Not so nice. Let's see. Where the heck am I? Oh, hello. Wait, maybe I need to... No. Oh yeah, 'cause I got that. Alright, let's open you up there. Ooh! Signal blue naval coat.
Up here, pigger.
What are you doing? +1 to suggestion, -1 half-light. This classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you. And if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship, then the coat's heavy fabric has got your back, even if moths have left a few holes in it.
Keep walking.
I'm literally standing here. Well, I don't know. I've only got a bit of half-light, whereas I've got... Actually, I've got the same amount of both, now that I think about it.
Look at me when I'm talking.
What's reducing mice? Ah. White satin shirt.
Hey, up here, pig.
If I remove the white satin shirt and equip the... Wait, no, that goes in the jacket. Now I'd mean losing esprit de corps. Oh, I'd be... And one shivers. Never mind that. I'll keep it in my back pocket, though. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Inside, the frame of a motorcycle repair and the tools used to disassemble it. Okay. Hey, why are you spilling paint?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Is that your excuse for accidentally spilling a bucket of red paint? Not the worst one I've heard. The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Cindy the Skull. What a dweeb. Let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a miner?
Yeah, why not?
Listen to your
Already
partner,
punched one.
pig man. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
Okay. Okay then. Urban expressionism, also known as complete fucking nonsense. What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
No, I can't tell. Actually.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
Indeed.
We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cads. And my name's not Mona, so...
Fair enough.
She wants it to be something true and total.
Yeah, good fucking luck with that. Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Oh yes, severely lacking in havoc. Yes, that's the first thing I thought when I woke up today. Just a tragic lack of havoc.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Sure. I mean, it is true that, like, stuff like graffiti and such can actually lead to increasing crime rates. You know, stuff like graffiti, broken windows, and all that sort of stuff. It's a whole psychological thing. Yes. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Or, actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied.
Lying is cool, I guess.
She absentmindedly paints a red streak on her left cheek. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
You don't know anything,
Go
do you?
forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
I beg to differ. Frankly, I've had an utter day earth of actually useful... of people actually being useful to my investigation. Besides you, Kim, of course.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
Indeed.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Oh, you want to see unpleasant, do you? I can make your life unpleasant, if that's what you want. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
What? That's not what it said. Okay then. He nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier. Oh. Hello.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Joyce Messier. How do I know that name?
That Azon her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Azan.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
Probably more useful than
She's a
talking to this
professional
person.
negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Mayhap.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Oh, hot damn. You're actually asking me to be wacky? Alright, I'll do my best. I'd hate to
Good
disappoint.
idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
Catch you later, Cindy. By which I mean never.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Nice talking to you too. Let's see, Campsite apartments, blah 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 blah. Ooh, a door. I shouldn't get distracted anymore. Looks like there was more construction here. Once. Decades ago. That sounds about right. Ooh, magnesium. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Huh. Docking reserved for residents of... yeah, that. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. Yeah. Shadows on the water. Green plants under the calm surface. Okay. Alright, let's talk to the rep. And be
A
wacky.
striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting. Lovely to meet you, Joyce.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L? What does the L stand for?
Baton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. RCM, what is that? I'm a little foggy here.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia. The police.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
I mean, it's not far from the truth.
She hasn't actually said it to every drunk in town. It was spoken in jest.
Yes, I gathered that. Shake hand. Don't shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
The woman and the lieutenant exchange a brief handshake.
She is unfazed by your rudeness, probably chalking it up to local custom.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Oh, wow. Alright then.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Let's see. You're on a boat! Yes, very observant there, Harry. Wild finds, Tell the lynching. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Okay, then. Yeah, sure. This seems like a great idea.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous hair you
A
have.
well-kempt,
All the
yet
better to eat
tastefully
with.
short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style,
Good for her.
while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Yes, that's great. Now I want some of it.
These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah? So?
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Yeah. Alright, Yeah. Okay. What? Sure. Now.
You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too.
What? I'm not certain that that quite follows. Surely, the fact that I'm poor means that I can, in fact, ask this person for money with great ease. Like, I'm not, like, ashamed? I'm not ashamed.
Oh, but you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Erdenin.
What do I have? Inland Empire, are you crushing on this woman? Because it's starting to sound that way.
Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Her voice breaks the silence, and suddenly you're back again. Nearby, a seagull picks a piece of garbage. Oh, come on. Dishonor the force. That's just silly. I mean, he wanted me to be wacky and all that. This is wacky. Immediately asking the witness for money. Surely this is likely to throw her off. And besides, I'm a titan of volition, aren't I?
Voila, you're doing it.
Yeah! I'm doing it! You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me.
Oh, okay. That was
She's
easy.
surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
I wonder. Is it... Is she... Do we know each other? Did we know each other before the annihilation? Or something along those lines. Anyways, I would like 0.1 cents.
So would I, but whoa. There is no such denomination.
Tragic.
Ideas like this one are all part of his rare medical condition, man. Nothing to be worried about.
I need 10,000 real.
Come now. Nobody carries that much cash on their person. Particularly in a place like Martinez. I'd get robbed. And even if I did, I still would not give you 10,000 real. I would rather buy something nice with it, like expensive hi-fi or a new hydrodynamic E40 sail.
Hi-fi? I like high-fidelity disco music too.
I like high-fidelity anything, sir. Now, try again, but lower.
She gives you a fast little smile. I'll bet you do. Okay, lower. I need 1 real.
No, you don't. 1 real won't get you 2 pieces of bath tissue to rub together.
Alright. I need 100.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She reaches into her raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. In it you see paper notes arranged like black gills.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
Okay, that should be more... That means I've got more than enough to pay off the damages and such. That was surprisingly painless.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You bribed me, alright? I'm your little peon now. Oh yes, I am an honorable policeman. One of the few good men in Revachol. Yeah.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, what do you... wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou? I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
The lieutenant becomes defensive.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Are you implying that her boat is?
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Huh.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful
Indeed.
boat deserves a proper name.
Indeed. She seems to insist on not sort of distancing herself from it, sort of like not she seems like she's insisting on not anthropomorphizing it or some such, not getting that sort of attached, referring to it it's like it seems emphasized here as if to interesting. I think we should push on this. Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cordeleche 19? Why?
She taps on the side of the boat. It makes a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordeleche, and its hull is 19 paces long.
She makes a point of being unromantic about it.
Indeed. How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I just like the name for some reason.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
That's interesting. I was pushing on that because I thought it would make me learn more about her. And it did, kind of. But that thing, Dolores. Mine was one of the earlier things, the X something. Is Dolores the name of our long-lost love? Is Dolores the name of our lost love? One of the other option was that it seemed pretty. Interesting. Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19-pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days, I mainly use it for business.
So you're these days, you say? So you're a former racer then? Huh. Fair enough. How do you like it?
I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Alright.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Shut up. You wanted wacky, you're getting wacky.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks.
Oh.
Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Alright then. Do you have a license for this boat? Sure.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
I'll bet you are.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles.
I'd like you to operate my pleasure craft someday.
Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened the other time?
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Eesh. Called away from a race to rush off to work. That really stinks. You know, you gotta set firm boundaries about this sort of stuff. You can't have your bosses thinking that they can call you in at any moment. You know? Well, maybe you don't. Still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
I'm pretty sure I do. I police.
It is a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
Huh. That's odd. Wait, what's the... That's really odd. Wait, exactly how little known is this fact?
I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
More like the Anarchy Act, in my opinion. Makes sense, I guess. I mean, look at me.
No need to resort to self-pity, detective. You can still ask for her passport.
You
Okay.
need to save face if you want her respect. Demand that passport.
Yes, I'm going to need to see your passport.
Of course.
She searches the pockets of her raincoat, producing a bundle of documents in a sealed plastic bag. Alright.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent.
A lion and an ostrich, huh? Sitting upright is what Siegen means, by the way.
The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies.
Huh.
Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pale and its exotic financial derivatives.
Well, good for them. Wait, what do you mean proximity to the Pale? What the fuck is the Pale? What? Huh? What? What do you mean proximity to the Pale? Anything else?
It is a stable country, and yet there has always been something ominous about its perfect stability. It's a place at the edge of the Muindi Isola, overlooking the Ubi Sunt Isles, fracturing into the great unrest of the Pale.
Oh, now it's the great unrest of the Pale. But I guess we're just going to move on then, without even questioning what the fuck that even means. Sure.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Rejoice? That's terrible. Your name is Rejoice?
Yes. But please don't call me that.
Why? I think I can guess why.
Joyce is much more efficient.
Sure.
She doesn't like it.
I don't
Probably
blame her.
a bad memory. Mean girls at school or some ancient lover.
Anyways, you're from the Republic of Vesper.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
Alright. Everything appears to be in order, according to my completely annihilated memory.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Alright, XP. I guess it wasn't a complete waste of time. I think I have a handle on the boat there.
Good.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality.
She pulls her hood closer around her neck. No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown.
No, but please. A little context. We're not in such a hurry.
Damn. I got so drunk I forgot literally everything.
What?
She chortles, nearly spilling her tea. Yes, it does sound a bit ridiculous. To be fair, it wasn't just the drink. It was also drugs and other nasty substances. I went on 3-day bender and now I need you to explain the world to me. A supernatural event took place. Point to your head. Within my head. On alcohol.
Such an acute encephalopathy. Just doesn't seem possible. Surely you're joking.
She puts her beverage down and stares at you. I'm not. And don't call me Shirley.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
Don't be phased, he says, when he's doing this expressly to phase her. Or, don't be phased, he says, when he's going along, when he expressly wants me to phase her. Well, I think that's working.
We may be here a while then. Osquay, officer. I'll help however I can.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Okay, where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
Guess so.
She refers to your corresponding ages.
You could say this whole world is a disco holdover. You'd probably be wrong, but you could say it. And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock.
She looks around, her green raincoat flapping in the wind.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Excuse me. Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Boys with boxy shoulders, huh? I don't know, something about the way she said that last one seems almost wistful. Like she's had intimate experience with that. Maybe with all those, even.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Heh.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the Blue Immensities.
Heh. Right. Yeah, the blue immensities. Although, honestly, I don't think that's a particularly accurate term. Water is so many other colors than just blue. But oh well.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Not unknowable. Unknown. What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
Your face is misshapen, cracked.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her
No shit.
and to humanity at large.
Again, no shit. Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
What's that supposed to mean?
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Resolve history? Is this some kind of end of history bullshit? I mean, I guess there is the whole stuff about communism and stuff. That was a... Okay, who built this city? And did they build this city on rock and roll? No, I guess they built this city on disco.
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Yeah. When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest.
Okay then. In my experience, when tensions are high, important questions are less likely to be given satisfactory answers. It's when conversation breaks down and devolves into a fight. But never mind that.
By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Right. Because, of course, ideological conflicts are the best way of answering terrible questions, and certainly not just ridiculous distractions that prevent people from actually getting down to the nitty-gritty of how the universe works. But never mind that. Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Where the money is. Huh. Yeah. So we're in an unimportant part of an important place?
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the water, where the skyscrapers rise.
A sparkle of lights on the nighttime horizon, reflected in the dark sea.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
I might as well be. Isn't that right?
There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Say nothing. Observe the large body of water swelling. Cold.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Huh. Jamais-vu. Revachol Special Administrative Region. Le Caillou. The Insulindian Ocean. Coalition Government. Insulindian Mission Command. Name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Truvant, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners. See if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts. The one you truly must complete. Huh. I'd know more than to trust such a feeling, but... well, I've got a free skill point, don't I? Forgiven value of free. Alright. Ooh, this one's almost finished. Where am I? Guess that's... I guess that's the most important question next to where am I going? But of course, you can never know both position and momentum at the same time. But that's just with perfect accuracy after all. I don't need perfect accuracy. I just need to know roughly.
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Okay, he's saying, I think what he's saying is, that's enough wackiness for now. Now we should actually start asking questions about the case. But won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now?
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent boys remember where they left off.
Okay then. Ooh, good cop 18. Neat. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
I'll bet you are. Alright then.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Let's see. Okay, let's get down to business. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Okay.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
Well, this is awkward. I'm also Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
She returns the lieutenant's badge and turns to you. Oh, you know.
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when I told you I literally cannot remember even the most basic facts about reality?
How can I forget?
She tilts her head to the side. One of those facts is where my badge is.
I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique.
I wish it were.
I have sympathy for your highly unusual condition, sir. And I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential information until I've seen both your badges.
What? Oh, come on! You know that he's a cop. Why does it fucking matter? What? Okay, sure, whatever. I'll just walk over that way, and you can tell Kim everything. If it means so much to you. It's really... This feels really stupid.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am.
Ooh.
But is there no way around it?
I could literally just walk away and you could talk to her on your own. Unless this is a ploy to get you alone so she can murder you.
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are my employer's orders.
This just feels like a poorly thought out excuse to get me to get stonewalled here. But alright.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement would it be?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort.
Heh.
Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along.
Oh.
That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
Mayhap. Okay then, sure, why not? I wish I'd put on the suggestion suit. Oh man, it's too bad I can't change clothes in mid-conversation. That's a feature I'd love to have. Rather than having to fucking read the future to see what I'd need. Oh well.
Easy. Just
Works.
offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
Yeah. Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials. Unzips.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Is that right?
You're in. but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
Okay. So you're asking me to look into the local drug trade then. That's like actual police work. That's not as bad as I expected.
Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
You would know, since you stole it. Or perhaps I gave it to you before my annihilation, as part of some weird arrangement we had that planned all this out or something. I don't know.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madame. Ooh.
Aces high.
Aha. Even are
For
these
the rest of
images.
the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears
Yeah,
a bomber
I have.
jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hotfixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
Interesting. +1 empathy towards Kitsuragi, and +1 esprit de corps, the roots of the RCM. Sweet.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. Yeah, I can barely hear it myself.
You hope it would. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Well, really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Well, I tried to be wacky and everything, but, well, the game is determined to have us be stonewalled at every turn. So, what can you do? Honestly, this whole situation makes no fucking sense to me, but alright.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Her proposal was likely part of her design. This all is.
Yes. Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
Indeed.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Could work. It's worth a try. We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
Why do you have that memorized? Whatever.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
I'm sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
It's night. Don't you ever sleep?
Matter of fact, I don't.
Okay then. Why is that?
I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
Old, huh? I think I have that too.
Don't worry. It's curable. With questions. Ask me some. It'll help pass this night.
Okay. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Yeah? Smuggle raw ingredients, huh?
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Drugs, I imagine. Although I guess she could be more specific.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Ha. Alright, let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Okay.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know.
Ha.
And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Sounds like the usual Union corruption, then. And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
I mean, that's not necessarily true, but alright.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries.
Well, they could come in
Once
any
the
there.
ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
I like the sounds of that.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Indeed. I would suspect it's because of the strike, but no, I think all those trucks earlier were facing the other way.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Indeed.
Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look. Perhaps the one that answered simply apples.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
Or it's the guy that claimed that he was transporting illegal stuff. Maybe that was to, as a joke. Maybe that was a way of sort of disarming the situation so that I wouldn't suspect him of transporting illegal stuff.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Okay. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did.
Oh.
On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
Ah, the usual dick-waving contests.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Quite.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Ha. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
She pauses, looking to the sea.
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Alright. She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
Indeed.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me.
Indeed.
I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Okay. What proof do you have that the Union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
That's not a bad point.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
If nothing else, if nothing else, it explains why they're not at all worried about continuing the strike indefinitely. I mean, even if they could survive months, could they survive? Even if they could survive the last few months just on shaking down local businesses and such, could they survive another few months? Another? Well, if they're being funded by the drug trade, maybe. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Alright. I'll get my knife. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
Maybe not.
Or not. So, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We'll take this case, probe the drivers, see what it yields.
Excellent.
The jam
According
mystery.
to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open.
I'd like to blow you wide
I can
open.
keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
Okay.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. Oh, I can think of one way, if you catch my drift. Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay. The jam mystery. That's not actually all for now. But it is all for now for me. Because... yeah. This seems like a good place to end the episode. And yeah, it's getting really fucking late. I don't know how long I can stay up without, I don't know, some horrible consequences. Like falling asleep on my feet or something. Or being or losing, I guess most likely I'd probably just be losing health or something. Or maybe health and morale for staying up too late. Who knows? But if I lose any more health, I might die. But oh well. But yeah, next up, I think I'm gonna finish talking. Next video, I'm gonna finish talking to her about the strike and everything, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Or at least go to bed, so that hopefully we can ditch Kim and steal the boots, you know? Well, maybe we don't. But honestly, I don't even really know. But hey, we got stonewalled, which is unfortunate. But we've got a lead on a completely different case, so that's neat. And at least the stuff we're doing for her is actually like genuine police work and not opening a door or getting signatures for a sketchy real estate thingamajig, as opposed to fake estate. So yeah, that's nice. Also, she gave me $100, which is nice. Which is really nice. So we won't have to fucking sleep in a dumpster or whatever. But yeah, without any further ado, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You'll be okay, kid.